nice to meet you, green eyes. Let's take a lap by, bring you right back to your friends. For this
Hail to the Commanders. Hail Big Ronnie.
You know that we way too deep. I'm from the west and they from the east. And all white.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and this one is underway here on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You talk about this Washington defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defensive coordinator, we know they have a full playbook. So look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall back the next. They'll do a lot of different things trying to confuse the offense.
Penix working out of the gun here. Dumps this one off to Algier. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Falcons at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games and keep moving forward.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here we go. Nike.
Now Penix. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A little juke. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. They had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, Penix. Oh, he's got that wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Elijah Arroyo, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run here with a rookie. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Here's Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Sinnott. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now Daniels. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Daniels looking to throw. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. And it'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Let's Cowboy 80.
The first carry for Jeremy McNichols. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
19.
Throwing now is Daniels. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And now look at him go. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal, there's a huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
And he's got some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards there, down 2 to 18 and a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through a 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations, ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll throw with Penix. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
To the air goes Daniels. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
As certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Daniels. That's caught. Krosky Merritt with it. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
On 1st down, it's Krosky Merritt. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5. And complete to Zach Ertz. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And he'll take this down to the 43. You talk about this Falcon defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Ertz over the middle. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On the bootleg, it's Daniels. And will be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Watts. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get
down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Tyler Algier, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Falcons 14. Commanders 9. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? not the one that you're throwing it to, or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Set. Go.
They go play action. Daniels. A throw left side, hauled in by Lane. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're not panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And now the rookie's free. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with really avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this out to the 29. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here now a 3rd and 20.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Top low, 18.
Back to throw. Daniels. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on it. But instead, let it too far, incomplete.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. They'll stick with Algier. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 48-yard line.
Ready? 19 Tiger.
And looking to throw, Penix. Firing quickly, but It's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Here we go.
Here's Penix. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
He finds his man, complete. That's Lane. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
First down. Again,
Ready? Cowboy 80.
Here's McNichols. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive now is successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Looking to throw. Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. 15 yards there on the catch and run. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come on.
Out of the gun, they go with Krosky-Merritt. They'll get this down to the 38.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second and 5.
Here we go. Set. Tackle 80.
Back to throw. Daniels. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lane. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Washington Commanders first down.
Now Daniels going to give it up on a touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. Zach Ertz from 13 yards out. And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked about that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Rock on, lady.
To the air, Penix. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
At the 48-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Penix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Washington. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. 70 Lions.
To throw again is Penix. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Somebody got to do it. I mean, hey, somebody got to do it. I see the Chiefs. Hey, watch him do it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before break. Daniels over the middle here to Brown. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
2nd and 10.
Warriors, 70, 70. Tap the 50, tap the 50.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Jalen Walker just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hot 70, hot 7. Hey, Cash. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And pressure coming, and they got it once again.
James Pierce brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. $51 yards on the punt there. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Let's go now. Let's go.
A jet sweep to start the drive.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game.
19 Lions.
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
Here's Lane.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the draw, Krosky Merritt. They see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Daniels.
That's to Lane. He's got it outright.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and then passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Now Penix.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Pass caught, Arroyo right side.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Daniels. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Looking to throw, Penix. And complete to Drake London. And he's going to be brought down right there after the catch at the 34.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Algier will try to pick it up. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. This will be fielded at the 17. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Daniels looking to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A run inside, Krusky Merritt. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Daniels.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Let's go now.
To the air goes Daniels.
This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. 1st down in the red zone.
That's another Washington 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing now is Daniels. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Press all 80.
To throw is Daniels.
And this is Ertz with it, right side.
And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
Ready, break. Ready, 60 Maverick. 60, ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good look at the end of that one.
Press all 80. Ready.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown!
Jaron Lane
With his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Moody good with the extra point.
And that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball. Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here.
And he loses the football a 2nd time.
And does Washington have it? They do.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Ready.
Following the fumble recovery, Daniels.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That's complete to his receiver, McCoy. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Set, ready.
Now it's the backup Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Got it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Ready. Blue, ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got his receiver, Lane.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Set.
Throwing is Mariota. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Come on. Yellow, blue. Yellow, green, gap. Grill, green. Ready.
They'll throw again. Mariota. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. To throw is Mariota. Over the middle, he's got Lane. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
22 needle. Cut.
They run forward with Nichols. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Jalen Walker able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota.
Pass caught. It's Lane with it. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Mariota. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
As he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So 1st down, and they'll stick with Algier.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
yes,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They'll run with Carter.